Hello, good evening. There will be another Excel challenge. Excel challenge number 954, and I will try to show my own approachment to solve this problem. And when we look at the challenge, there is a given data sets across A and B columns, and on the A column there are dates. It's increasing by one for each row. Following days we see, and their respective daily sales are given in each row, but it's randomly. It's not going. It's not fully increasing. It's randomly. So the case is just according to these movements. Answer expected Texas is neutral down and up, and the case says that at each row assign momentum state as follows: up. Up means at least 3 consecutive up days including the current day. Down means at least 3 consecutive down days including the current day. Neutral, anything else, mixed movement or streak less than 3. So it's understandable that when we look at the first value 120, the second is 125, third one is 130, fourth is 128. If the fourth would have been 131, then it's regarding answer expected should have been up. If the fifth would have been 132, the answer expected would be up as well. So when we look at the down values, it's starting from the 130 from this row. The next value is downwards. It's going the next one also going downwards, and after completing the third streak, the fourth one is also going downwards and it's written down. The fifth one also going downwards and written down. As you look in the first 3 streak, it's written neutral. And after passing the third one, because this is downwards, first movement downwards, second movement downwards, the third movement is downwards, and then it is written down. So a little bit complex, but we can solve it. So it's just about comparing the previous value. I will give index for each row. Totally there are 24 values, and the index values gonna start from 1 to 24, and for the second row I need to fetch up to 120. For this one 125. For this one it needs to be given 130. I need to fetch up to just previous value, so needs just previous index value. Because of this I will deduct 1 from the original index values, and I'll use XLOOKUP. This will be my lookup value from lookup array, and these are the return arrays. So I'm able to bring generate the just previous values for each row. I say that if it is error, give me the value as is. So B column, I just compare B column and already created array, because already created array is E column, and these are the just previous values of B column. So as you see, there is a increasing movements in here, increasing movements also in here. Here also there is an increasing moment when comparing with this row and its next row. So I'll create a formula like, if it is greater than 0, give me true, otherwise false. So I'll write a formula like, if it is true, give me its regarding index number, otherwise null. Not 11, null. Yeah. So after that, I can write like, if it is true, give me 1, otherwise 0. And these are my groups for increasing group, increasing moments. These are all increasing moments and possible up texts for the answer expected. After 3 row, because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After we pass the third streak, it needs to be up. This needs to be up as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. This needs to be up and needs to be up. Here also needs to be up, because case says that including the current row, at least 3 consecutive updates including the current row. So starting from 3, we need to have it written up. So these are not going to be up, because there is not any 3 streaks written, so it remains with 2 streaks. Because of this, it's not going to be up. But the index numbering need to be 1 and 2. So we need to create G column. For the groupings, we need to give their respected index numbers. So we need to create a formula like this. The first function can come into mind is scan, and initial value is 0. It's some function, but as you see, only we can get the first group for 1 and 2, but other groups are not starting from 1, because just previous value is 2. They maintain they just previous values value as as the preceding, so it's the second value starting from 3. So I cannot work out the scan function because of this. So I need to create a solution. How can I find out a way to write the index numbers as it is written in G column, because I need to see the third values, and their following third, fourth, 5 needs to be written up for this increasing moment. So I write a formula like, if it is other than null value, give me boolean values true and false. Then I'll filter my regarding index values, because these are H column is the index values. It was created from D column, and I will select all of the H2, and these are the index values. So it needs to be 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4. We need to create those indexing, and in order to do this, I'll again use just previous value, because as you see, in this group includes 2 and 3, and the second group start with the 9, so there is a huge gap between two group. So between each group also, you can look at second and third group, there is a gap between 13 and 18, so we need to get a hold of those. We need to utilize those gaps in order to create our formula. So I will use drop function, and I create just next value for the each row, and I can use like vstack, and I can write here, it's not very important, 0, in order to match, in order to create, in order to complete the row number. And after that I will make a deduction from here already created, the next values of the current values. I'll make a deduction, and I created just those ones. So I will say that if it is greater than I'll write like if this is greater than 1, give me true and false. So rather than this, I will use this one, and make a deduction from original one to already created one. So in that way I can able to mark each group, because in here in column I created the values of the next values for the current row. For example, the previous, I created the previous values of each row. For example, for value 3 I fetch up the previous value, which is 2. For 9 I generated the previous value, which is 3, and after that, if it is true, give me value 1, otherwise 0. So I'm able to create it, I'm able to mark the starting point of each groups. So this is the first group, this is the second group, and this is the third group. So I can use scan function now. The initial value is going to be 0, and use sum function. Then I'm able to mark all of the index numbers grouping indexing. This is the first group, second group, third group, and now it is easier for me. I will use unique to have it written each group names 1, 2, 3, and I will write this in this format. I will write this in here, and horizontally I will, underneath of each grouping, I write their respected names of the groups. So needs to be written 2 and 3 in underneath of 1 for the second group, starting from 9 to 13. It needs to be written. So if value 1 equals to this one, then filter those ones. Yes. I'll do the same thing for the other groupings, and because of this I will use reduce because I already have my array. So use reduce. The initial value is going to be null. My array is going to be this one, and I will use lambda a b, and that time 8 stack, not b stack, because the movement is going to be horizontally, so needs to be 8 stacks, 8 stack, and a instead of r it will be written b. I'll drop the first column because it is null. Drop the first column. Yes. For each grouping index and underneath you can see the name of the groupings. These are also index names. They are attained from D column. And it's a very great possibility to solve this problem. After that I will write like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, indexing of those one as well, because I need to bring 1 for 2 in here, and I need to bring 2 for 3. I need to bring 1 for 9, and because of this I want to write this indexing for this created grouping, and for this one I will say like if it is greater than 0 write true and false. If it is there is also errors, not applicable errors. If it is error I will make it to write false. So if it is error 1 equal to 0, it will give me error. If error I will write, yeah, and after that if it is true give me value 1, otherwise 0. I will use by row and make sum, not by row, by call, sorry, by call, and I will take the maximum value of this one. Then I can able to create a dynamic formula for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for this array, and I can match up those index numbers which were attained from D. For 2 I will fetch up 1, for 3 I will fetch up 2 in here. If it is true, if 2 equals to this one, it will give me this kind of thing. And again, if error, for the error ones, I will make it be written false, so 1 equal to 0. And if it is true in here, give me 1. And that time I will use by row sum function, and here there is totally 5 rows, and if it is true, greater than 0. If it is true, give me regarding index number, otherwise null. And I will use let's q. I need to get rid of the blank values filter. If it is not blank, give me the value. And I will apply this formula to every row of each column. And the W for age, I will write W. Yes, there are some error values, and error values needs to be erased with if error again. If error, give me blank value. And as you can see, I'm able to write a formula which is dynamic for indexing of the this h column values. And after that, if it is greater than 3, if it is greater and equal than 3, give me true and false. Yeah, if it is greater than and equal 3, give me true and false. And if it is true, give me value of up, otherwise null. So I'm able to have it written the up values in here, as you can see, answer expected and up values. So same thing can be done for the negative values for the decreasing movements. And starting from here, I can copy this one in here, and I'll create a gap to solve this problem. If it is less than 0, give me true and false. And if it is true, give me the index numbers. After that, I'll create this section. And section, and I will in here fetch up the previous value of this one. So I'm just doing the same thing for the negative values or the values, downwards movements. For already created solution, I could able to write the up texts, and I'm trying to write the down texts for the answer expected. And For this I just doing the exact same thing for already created templates for the solution up up of the up movements. And okay, taking in here. It will be the same. Yes, if it is equal or greater than 3, give me true and false. And if it is true, write for me down, otherwise null. So I'm able to also get the values of down in here. Answer expected is complying with this one, and I need to merge with ups and downs in here. The array of all up is on L and array of down is on P. So I think it will not work that way. So if it is up, if the text equals up, then give me up. Otherwise, if I can write ifs and ifs, this one equals to down, give me down. I can able to get it, and if it is error, now if error, it will be neutral. So just let's check it, but as we expect is already created. Yeah, so this is our solution, this is my solution, and after that I need to incorporate the already created formulas with each other So in order to get a single formula, it will also take some time. And anyway, this is my approach method to solve this problem, and thank you for watching. Have a nice evening. Have a nice day.